This video will explain how to use the spinner system in templates. First, we're gonna go the template manager. For our example, here, we're going to add one template. Obviously, we can do it by modifying previous template. In which case, we should have selected a previous template from the categories list. But right now, I'm gonna create a new template to explain the process. So, I'm gonna put here the spinner system example. This example is gonna be very simple. I'm gonna put it in the miscellaneous category. And essentially, there are two symbols that you're gonna use to do your spinner system. For example, I can say how many objects I have in the box. And then, I can write, for example, in the box I have. And this, I'm going to spin the text, and the first thing that I need to enter is a curly bracket, so, an opening curly bracket. And I'm gonna put here the word 1, and then I'm gonna put a bar, which is another one that is vertical, and then I put the number 2, and then put vertical again, and I'm gonna put number 3, then another vertical, and I'm gonna put the number 4. And I could go on. Obviously, instead of being just one word, this could be inside each bar, or in between bars. It can be complete sentences, complete paragraph, potentially even a complete letter, so a letter could be changed with this. Okay, so right now, that's it. Notice a few things. First of all, that when I start with a curly bracket, I don't add a bar. Okay, so the first element, let's call it an element, that could be a word, could be a number, obviously it could be a word, it could be a sentence, a paragraph, and then, I put a bar. I don't put a space, because the space should be, not because it must be, but it should be before. So, it applies to every word, paragraph, etc., and we're gonna put a bar. So I put the word, potentially if I put this thing, if I put the curly bracket to the left, close to the next word, then I would need to put a space key to make it meaningful, but, as you can see, it's more work. And potentially, well, it might look sometimes better, that depends, how will you like it, and in any event, this would be identical, what I did before, and what I'm doing now. Okay, so that will be totally identical, so this one is identical to this one that I'm doing now, and that's pretty much that. I can use that as many times as I want, and the program automatically will gonna pick at random one of the options and insert it at the time of printing, so it would be not necessarily different. In this case, for example, there are 4 options, so our random we have 25%, 1 in 4, 25% that the number 2 is going to be picked, so potentially, you can have a letter with 2, but, when you do many spinners, well, everyone is gonna be different, it's gonna be taken at random, and of course, the combinations are gonna be thousands, and sometimes if you have enough, it can be millions of combinations. Okay, so if you have only one, obviously it's gonna be yes, for potential combinations, only in this case at 25%. And that's it, that's all that you do, then you save the template obviously, and if you want to be available or etc., that's pretty much the technique. Thank you.